Good morning. Welcome to day 10 of our 10-day challenge. Go ahead and come into your comfortable seat and allow your eyes to close, and guiding your attention inside your body as you begin to notice how you're feeling today. Checking in with any physical sensation that might be present, as well as any thoughts or emotions that might be present. And as you start to breathe just a little bit more deeply and with intention, notice how also that breath starts to anchor your attention. And for now, our attention is on the internal experience that we're having. So what is present for you? And then when you feel ready, just start to gently turn your head from side to side. Checking in with the sensations of rotation through the neck. And then after a few times of turning your head from side to side, begin to lift the chin up toward the ceiling, really sticking out the chin, and then release the chin down toward the chest, sensing into the back side of your neck. Again, lifting up and dropping down. A couple more times at your own speed. All right, so the next time that you bring your head back up to center, go ahead and release your right hand down to the floor and just walk it out a little bit. Take your left hand to your left shoulder and then start to rotate. We'll take a few circles in one direction, and then a few circles the opposite way. All right, and then sweep the left hand up and over. Begin to squeeze and release the fingers a few times, as well as rotate through the wrist. All right, with your inhale, lift up. And with your exhale, release the left hand down and then slide it out. Lean into it. Right hand to right shoulder and start to rotate. All right, change directions. All right, and then we'll sweep that right hand all the way up and over. Start to squeeze and release the fingers, as well as rotate through the wrist. All right, with your inhale, lift up. And with your exhale, release your hand. All right, from here, shift onto hands and knees. As you come to hands and knees, take your knees together, your hands about shoulder distance apart. And then lift your left knee up and out to the side. Activate your foot and start to rotate through your hip. Keep your left foot active as you're rotating here. So that left knee is drawing a big circle in space. All right, and then change directions. And then with your next inhale, reach your left leg back. Exhale, pull the left knee into the chest, rounding the back. Again, inhale, left leg back. Exhale, knee into the chest. And once more, inhale back. And exhale, knee into the chest. As you take your left leg back this time, cross it over the right leg, drop the toes, curve the spine to the right, peeking back at that left foot. All right, guide your torso back to center. Take that left foot all the way out to the side, so directly out from your hip. Walk your hands in, lifting up. We'll let the left hand come down to rest on the left leg, and then sweep the right arm up and over. We'll do this a few times with the breath before holding. As you inhale, lift up, reach the right hand up. Exhale over to the left. Twice more, inhale up. Exhale over to the left. And once more, inhale up. And exhale over to the left. As you inhale and come up, exhale, release the right arm, take both hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, squeeze your shoulder blades together so you're opening up across your chest. And then as you do this, we'll take the knuckles over towards that left side of the waist. So they're just kind of hooking there. And then let your head gently fall over to the left. Open the mouth a little bit so you start to relax your jaw. And then take the top of your head slightly forward. And the top of your head slightly back. Again, forward. And back. All right, as you bring your head back up to center, free the hands, release them to the floor. Bring that left leg in. With your knees about hip distance apart, we'll tuck our toes under. But before you lift all the way to downward dog, just pause and hover with your knees an inch or two above the floor. Now, if for you, when you lift your knees, your low back pops up toward the ceiling, come back down. Notice the sensation of your low back slightly dropped with your knees down, and try to maintain that feeling as you lift your knees. So it'll require some engagement of the entire core, so the entire back, side, and front of the belly and low back area. Again, so as you press down into your hands and lift your knees, pause, take another breath in. And then as you exhale, take your hips all the way up into the air. All right, inhale, lower, but just let the knees hover. Pause. Remember that low back is dropped here. Entire core is engaged. Exhale, lift back up. All right, now as you release, go ahead and take all the knees all the way down to the floor. Untuck your toes and sit back toward your feet. Pause a moment. Take 3 breaths in child's pose. All right, as you rise back up onto hands and knees, again, take your knees close together. This time it's the right knee, lifting up and out to the side. Activate your right foot. Keep it active. Start to rotate through the right hip by drawing a circle with your knee. All right, change directions. All right, with your next inhale, reach the right foot back. Exhale, right knee into the chest. And inhale back. Exhale, knee into the chest. And one more inhale back. Exhale, knee into the chest. This time, as you take your right leg back, cross it over the left leg, drop the toes, and then curve the spine to the left. So you're peeking back at your right foot. All right, as you bring your torso back to neutral, step that right foot all the way out to the side, so directly out from your hip. Walk your hands in, lifting your torso up. Right hand comes to the right leg. Sweep the left arm up and over. Again, we'll do this a few times before pausing in the posture. Take an inhale, lift up. Exhale over to the right. Again, inhale, come up. Exhale over to the right. And one more inhale, come up. And exhale over to the right. All right, as you inhale and come up now, we'll take the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers with your opposite thumb on top. Scoot the knuckles over to the right side of the waist. Let the head gently fall to the right so you sense into the left side of your neck. Let your mouth open just slightly so that you feel your jaw begin to relax. And then take the top of your head forward and back. Again, just a little forward and back. And once more, a little forward and back. All right, and then ease the head up to center. Release the hands to the floor. Guide that right leg back. All right, so once again, as you tuck your toes, sense your low back and your belly connection. So slight engagement of the belly as this low back is dropping down, and you want to maintain that sense of your low back dropping down just a bit, not excessively, just a bit, as you now tuck your toes and lift your knees. Remember, if your low back rounds as you lift your knees, try to lift your tailbone instead. All right, one more breath in. And exhale to downward dog. All right, one more time. Inhale to knees hovering. Low back is dropping, tailbone is lifting. Exhale to downward dog. All right, now walk your hands and feet together. Once your hands get all the way back to your feet, keep walking them up the fronts of your legs as you come all the way up to stand. All right, take your feet about hip distance apart. Inhale, push your hips back, bend your knees a little bit, float your arms forward or up alongside the head if that's all right for the shoulders. If it bothers the low back to take the arms up, just come forward with your arms. So that was your inhale coming into your chair. Then as you exhale, press into your heels, rise up, and reach your arms back in space. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, finding chair pose, hips back, arms forward or up. Exhale, press into your heels, rise up, reach back. All right, one more. Inhale, finding chair pose. Exhale to stand, reach back. All right, now step the feet a little bit wider apart. We'll do breath of joy as we've done many days in this 10-day challenge. 3 inhales through your nose as you take the arms forward, out, up. Then exhale out your mouth as you bend your knees. Sweep your arms back a little bit like that chair pose we were just doing. All right. So get soft and buoyant in your legs, in your hips, in your knees, and try to maintain that sense of fluidity as we're moving the breath in this way. All right, land some attention into your feet, and let's begin. One more. And now just pause with your forearms resting on your thighs. Letting your energy settle just a little bit here. All right, go ahead and rise back up. Turn and step wide on your mat. And do another breathing practice here. Before we come into the breathing practice, I'll show you the shape or the asana that we're bringing the body into. The toes will be turned out, heels in, knees will bend, and you'll just squat down as far as is comfortable and stable for your body. Your knees are pushing back towards the space behind you so that you feel your hips engage. So that'll be the lower part of the body. Upper part of the body will kind of mirror that. Elbows bent, elbows pushing back in space, fingers spread wide. All right. So that'll be the shape. It's a pretty intense one. So go ahead and straighten your legs for just a moment as I explain the breathing practice. So we'll do Kapalabhati, skull shining breath. You'll blow out your nose, just like you're blowing your nose as you contract your abdominals. So that's sort of a natural thing that happens as you blow your nose, you're contracting your belly. So that's the exhale part of the breath. The inhale, you just let go of that contraction and the breath comes back in pretty naturally. Now, if you start to exhale so much that you aren't getting full inhales, you might want to slow down or even just stop breathing in this way for a little while. Take a few natural breaths, recenter yourself, and then start again if you want to. So it looks like this. And my hand is just moving to indicate what my belly is doing. Now, if you're somebody who's done this a lot, maybe you can go a little bit faster. If that makes you lightheaded and you're not getting enough breath, just go slower. So find a pace that works for you. I'll go somewhere in the middle. And then we'll turn our toes back out. Go ahead and bend the knees, squat back down to the extent again that is stable and steady for your body. Knees are pushing back, hips are engaged, arms up, elbows bent, push your elbows back. All right, maintain this position as we begin Kapalabhati. Take your attention to your belly and let's begin. Now, as you release control of your breath, begin to straighten your legs, release your arms. Let your feet parallel to each other. Take one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Take a few easy, natural breaths, feeling the energy that you're made of. All right, as you release your arms, step near the back of the mat. Take a breath in as you find your chair pose one more time. Again, arms might be up or forward. Exhale, fold over your legs, walk out to downward dog. Deep breath in, come forward into plank pose, shoulders over the wrists. Lengthen from your head to your feet. Engage your arms, your belly, your legs. Exhale once more to downward dog. All right, release down to your knees. Sit back towards your feet one more time in child's pose. Take 3 big breaths. All right, after your 3rd breath, go ahead and come back into your seat. We'll do one more breathing practice. This one is called alternate nostril breathing. So as you find a seat that's comfortable for you, you'll use your right hand. Take your 2nd and 3rd fingers, your index and middle, in toward the palm, so that you can use your thumb and your ring finger to block your nostrils. So right thumb comes to the right nostril, and then inhale through your left nostril. Close it off, open the right, and exhale. Inhale, right side. Close it off, open the left, exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. 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 Last round. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. Exhale left. Now releasing your hand down to rest on your lap. Again, feel the body come back into an easy, natural pace and volume of breath, unrestricted, flowing in and out through whichever nostril is appropriate. All right, once again, checking in with your internal environment. What physical sensation are you aware of? What thoughts or emotions might you be aware of? And can you feel how the breath helps you to anchor yourself into whatever your present moment contains? All right, we'll join our palms in front of the heart. And as we bow to the light within ourselves, we also bow to the light within each other. Thank you again for joining me for this 10-day challenge. I'll do another one in July, I believe. See you again next time. Bye-bye.